Well, I assume the happy couple isn't up yet.
I assume this is what you wanted.
What I meant was that I know you didn't want to date anyone in the office, and I assume you have a reason for that.
I presume you've prepared new insults for today?
Oh, and this Greg is just the king of monogamy, I presume?
All right, let's get into it. Today, we're going to put on our detective hats and solve a classic English mystery. We're looking at the case of two words that sound so much alike they trip people up all the time. So what's the deal here? Our two culprits are assume and presume. I mean, they're used interchangeably so often, right? But here's the thing. There is a secret, a really important difference that sets them apart, and that is the case we are here to crack today. You know, every good mystery has its main suspects, so let's bring them in for questioning and take a closer look at who they really are, one by one. First up, we've got assume. Now, to assume something is to basically just decide it's true. You accept it, but, and this is the really key part, you have absolutely zero proof. It's really just a leap of faith, a gut feeling, or, a shot in the dark. And here's our second suspect, presume. This word also means you're supposing something is true, but it goes about it in a totally different way. See, when you presume, it's based on probability, on what's likely. There's an actual reason behind it, some kind of logical footing for your belief. So, after that first round of questioning, we found it. The one single decisive clue that just blows this entire case wide open. And it all boils down to one simple idea: evidence. And here we go. This is that moment where it all clicks, the big aha moment. Look at this. On the left, presume is always backed up by some kind of evidence, probability, a solid reason to believe. But over on the right, assume is just floating out there. It's a pure guess, a hypothesis with no legs to stand on. This really lays out the difference perfectly, doesn't it? Okay, so we have a solid theory now. But like any good detective, we can't just close the case. We've got to test our theory out in the field with some real-world examples. All right, here's our first test. The sentence is, I blank you're tired after your long flight. So which word do you think fits in that blank? Is it assume or is it presume? Go ahead, think like a detective for a second. Scan that sentence for clues. Is there any piece of evidence in there that supports the idea that this person is tired? Ding, ding, ding. If you said presume, you nailed it. The right word is presume because we actually have a piece of evidence: the long flight. It's highly probable, almost a given, that a long flight is going to make someone tired. It's a totally logical conclusion. Nice work. Let's try another one. Here's the situation. He hasn't arrived. I blank he forgot about the meeting. What's your call on this one? So what's your verdict here? Look closely at the facts. Do we have any hard proof that he actually forgot? Or are we just kind of filling in the blanks ourselves? And the correct answer is assume. See, we know for a fact that he hasn't arrived, but we have zero evidence about why. Maybe his car broke down. Maybe there's awful traffic. To just jump to he forgot is a total guess. It's an assumption we're making without any facts to back it up. Well, the investigation is officially complete. The evidence has been presented, our suspects have been tested, and the truth is out. It is time to deliver the final verdict. So the big takeaway here is this, and it's actually beautifully simple. The entire difference between assuming and presuming, it all just comes down to one question: is there evidence? And hey, to make sure you get this right every single time, here's a simple two-step tool you can use. First, just ask yourself, do I have any evidence or a logical reason for this belief? If your answer is yes, you presume. If the answer is no, you assume. It's really that straightforward. And there you have it, case closed, which of course leaves us with one final little question to think about. What other English words have you been assuming you know perfectly, when maybe, just maybe, you should take a closer look? Thanks for joining the investigation.